Yeah, so a little bit about me. Hi, my name's Robin Pullen. In the real world, I am a professional speaker, a business coach, a business owner, a master trainer. I work around our continent. I have trained in, what's it now, 9 countries, and my stuff has been translated into 13 languages, blah, 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 blah. I have a resume, I have a CV, I've done some exciting stuff. And yet I face up to this reality. There is this incredible world that I live in, and then there is this world that I live from. And one of my biggest challenges, I'm going to be right up front here, this is actually the first time that I'm vocalizing this on a platform like this. So here goes. One of my biggest challenges has been, how do I bring together the tension of who I can be and how I help other people in the real world, and yet in my own private space there's this stigma of failure, and there's this shame. Like, how is it that I can help just about anyone anywhere in the world become successful and lead and manage and supervise and see over others? I can teach people to start a business and to market and promote and sell. I even teach people to become coaches, to become trainers, to become speakers. That's my industry, that's my genre, that's my niche. But back at home, I am divorced. I have a relationship that broke down. I am a father. I have 4 children who I love dearly, yet I wasn't able to pull those things together. So I sometimes console my own soul with the idea that sometimes the dentist's child has rotten teeth, or the banker's boy is broke. And that's okay. So here's the first dose of reality. I am who I am. I can do some incredible stuff, and I am even better at it now. The insights that I've learned, the journey I've gone on, my self-discovery, it's the space I'm in now in that professional capacity is incredible. It's exciting. At the same time, I face these realities that I have to make my own. And perhaps the first thing for you to know is that, hey man, I'm human. I'm real. Look, I've swallowed my own pill of pain. I've walked through the season of shame. I'm chewing on the natural consequences of those bold decisions I made. Did I know what I was doing? Yes, I was conscious, all of it. This conversation is not about why did I get divorced, or who said what, or what are the reasons. The fact is, this is where I find myself. And like you, I'm sure many of you resonate that you've had to face up to the natural consequences of things that you didn't see coming. Look, I'm not talking about the choices that I made. It's the context that I have to deal with as in that natural consequence. The idea of waking up and not being in the same house as your children. The idea of making sense of, why do you lose so much momentum? Where did the energy go? Where did the focus go? Where did your courage go? There was a day when that I could look in the mirror and feel invincible. And then in that season after divorce and making sense of, I'm the guy that walked out. That's what most people will see. That's what someone will describe, is that I made a choice to walk out, which I didn't. I'll talk about that later. But the fact of the matter is, what does that do to the soul of a man? What does that do to the psychology and the emotional strength and the fortitude of a man? And not enough people talk about this. Not enough people talk about dealing with the shame of the natural consequences of something that you took courage to do, of steps that took courage to take. And at that moment, it was the best decision I could make at the time. It's what I felt I needed to do. And yes, I did it consciously with processing the implications of all the parties involved, all the individuals involved. And yes, I still had the courage to go through it. And yet on the other side, there's a sea of shame. There's an ocean of unknown, of confusion, and just like stuff that no one prepares you for. And if you find yourself in that space right now, all I want to say is, you're okay. It's okay. If anything, perhaps you're a little bit like me. A different career, sure. Different skill set, yes. Different profession, yes. Different talents, Yes, different, perhaps different culture, different language, definitely different house, different city, different number of kids. Yeah, there's so much that we're different, but there's a few things that we're probably very much the same. And as we go on this journey together, as I share some of these ideas with you, that's what I want to do. I want to speak into where we might be similar, where we might resonate together. And I trust that some of these ideas will be inspiring and hopeful and motivating, that you can claw your way back up to stand on your own 2 feet, to pick up courage so that you can show up as dad. That you can fight for the connection with your child, and you can rebuild if you have to. Some people have to. It was so chaotic that it all broke down, and what you need to do is rebuild, like almost from scratch, rebuild your relationship with your child, that father-child relationship. Some of us, it went a little bit smoother, so it's about rekindling and reshaping and redefining the relationship that you have, the connect that you have with your kid, whatever space you're in. This journey is the intention on my heart here is to inspire you, to encourage you, and to remind you, to speak to the soul of a man and say, dude, you're still a dad. And from here on, you can choose to be an awesome one.